Welcome back to Luke's Homebrew, everyone. Today we are not only doing a build that I am very excited for, we are doing a build that I have wanted to play for nearly 7 years since I saw Thor the Dark World. But the plight of being a forever DM. Though, since the season finale of Loki is about to come out, I thought it was only right to make a video on how to build the Master Diplomacy and Guile, Loki. There are definitely a few different variants, wink wunk, that you can go down to fit any mechanical or RP beats that really take your fancy. Though, all in all, they're all negligible in comparison to your glorious purpose. Though, let's start with the race. There is a little variance in what you can pick. Obviously, you want to stay vaguely human, so no Dragonborn or Tabaxi. Sorry, you nerds. If I had to pick, I would choose a half-elf or a high-elf. Half-elves are great because they increase your charisma modifier and grant bonus proficiencies. Though, high elves are also a very good choice due to their natural ability to pick up wizard cantrips, such as Minor Illusion, and have stat boosts in dexterity and intelligence, which you will see are key stats. Speaking of key statistics, you'll want your charisma and dexterity to be the highest, with intelligence and constitution following suit after those. Your wisdom must be a 13, and, well, your strength can go to hell. It's a barbarian stat, and for board fighters that don't want to be optimized. Next, your background must be noble. I don't care if you disagree. Leave it in the comments if you do, but you're wrong. Alright, so we have finally made it to the actual class build. The first step in building the Master of Illusion and Deceit is to start your character with a 2-level dip in Trickster Domain Cleric. The reason why we do this is for the additional weapon armor proficiencies we wouldn't get with the other classes we'll dip into. And yes, I said classes, plural. Plus, who doesn't love a chaotic cleric that may or may not heal you? Next, now that you've decided to worship your godly self and gain the power to make illusory duplicates, you need to make a deal with an archfey to take a minimum 2 dip into Warlock. Most respectable DMs would agree that you can just make this bargain with yourself, obviously, and your duplicate. The reason for this dip into Warlock is for 2 very specific invocations: Mask of Many Faces and Misty Visions, both appearing in the player's handbook. Both of these allow you to cast the 2 key illusion spells that Loki uses and abuses at will. Additionally, you'll want to pick up Eldritch Blast if you're even considering not doing so. And for the Eldritch Blast haters out there, we clearly see in the show him using it against some disposable dead guys. Or innocents. It wasn't really made clear. Also, the subclass really doesn't matter, but Archfey is the most thematic. But do what makes you happy. At this point, you have a choice to make. You can choose to continue in Warlock for 2 more levels, 2nd level spell slots, an ASI, and your Pact boon. As for boon options, I would recommend Pact of the Blade for thematics, or Talisman for those more invested in being successful in your various charades. With this ASI, get your intelligence up to 13 if it is not already there, or pick up the Actor feat. Otherwise, you may choose to dip into Rogue for 2 levels. This won't grant you any subclasses, but will increase your DPS with Sneak Attack and grant you more proficiencies as well as Cunning Action. Honestly, in my opinion, both are very good options if you're planning to build Loki, so I would base it on your playstyle and how terrible your stats look. At this point, you are 6th level total and have essentially become Loki from the show and the first Avengers movie. However, this is D&D, and we need to go completely over the top. So from here on out, you'll go 14 levels in Illusionist Wizard. Every single ability builds on what you already have, and you'll have 8th level spell slots by the time you're level 20. Make sure to pick up thematic spells and ignore the honeyed words of that fireball. As for the 3 ASIs you will get, I recommend increasing your intelligence, charisma, and dexterity to reasonable amounts based on your playstyle. Remember, every variant Loki is different, so you can be a little different than the rest too. At this point, you can rival Thanos by having the abilities of the Reality Stone at your fingertips. But let's say this still isn't enough for your glorious purpose. Might I recommend the Illusionist's Bracers and a deck of illusions to keep on your person. Make sure no one sees any reality other than you being their king, Loki. This video was a ton of fun to make, and I hope you had fun watching as well. Loki is one of my personal favorite MCU characters, and I couldn't be happier he got his own show. If you did enjoy the video, please let me know so I can do more like this by leaving a like. Write in the comments who you'd like to see next, and subscribe for more videos like this and an Asgardian warship's worth of homebrew content coming real soon. We have a Discord if you'd like to get to know me better and see what kind of work I'm doing. But thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to tell someone you love them, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.